afternoon, everybody. So thank you for coming out to watch our program. This is the Music 169/Asian Studies 169 class, otherwise known as the Taiko Ensemble. Taiko, who in the audience knows what Taiko is? I think some of the friends are out there, so y'all know. What is Taiko? Yell it out. What is Taiko?
Japanese drumming.
Yeah, it's Japanese drumming, right? So we have this class on campus, and it's been around for about 20 years. And it's probably the only class where you get to hit stuff and like yell at people. So it'll be fun, and I hope that this performance today will be a bit more interactive for all of you. And please, please support us in the best way that you can by being a good audience, also participating with our presentation, because we're going to ask for audience participation. So it's too late to leave right now. Stay. All right. My name's Terry Nguyen. I'm the instructor for this class. I've been teaching it for about 2 years now, and we meet every Tuesday. So if you're looking for a class to take, resets itself every quarter. Most of the students that you see here have only been playing taiko for 8 weeks. So when they came to me at the start of spring quarter, they did not know how to do what you're about to witness. And so this is pretty epic, and I'm recording it so we can all see this and have it for posterity. So without further ado, the first song that we're going to play is entitled Patterns. And for those of you who have played taiko before, you might be familiar with a piece called Renshu, and this borrows a lot of like the patterns and the techniques that we use in learning taiko, so many of the basics. And let's take it away. This is Music 169 Spring Quarter, and they're going to play Patterns. Hey, I like this audience. Thank you. We feel the love. All right, so for those of you who are just joining us, this was Patterns, and it's a practice piece that I like to have beginning taiko students play. Oh, look at the signs out there. We have a fan club. Okay, yay. All right, so like I said, a lot of the students that you see here on stage today just started playing taiko with us about 8 weeks ago. So you could be doing this in fall quarter if you need a 1-unit class and you feel bored on Tuesdays, so come join us. So we're gonna spend a little bit of time talking to you about the history of taiko and then what it is that we do. And at the top of the show, some of our audience members helped us out and they told everybody that this is Japanese drumming, and it does have a traditional connotation to what is seen in Japan. However, the history here in North America, taiko as an art form has just only celebrated its 50th anniversary, that's 50, here in North America. So it's still pretty new, and it's still being developed, and people are just putting their own flair and their own styles to their performances, which is what you will see as the program progresses. So I'm gonna hand this over to two of our students. I have Steven and Devin, and they're gonna tell you a little bit about how we learn taiko. We don't, even though it is a music class, we don't learn it by traditional music notation. If you play Western music, we don't use that kind of notation or that kind of score. Rather, we teach using a system called kuchi shoga, and it's an oral tradition. So we have, names for everything that we're playing, and we can tell each other, what's a don, Devin? See? All right, so I'm gonna hand this over to Steven, and he and Devin are going to elaborate on that a little more.
Hello. So we're gonna play 3 lines. Okay, so don, 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 kara, ka, ka. Don, 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 kara, ka, ka, don. Yep. Alright. Last one is sit, don, kara, ka, ka. That's our oral annotation for taiko.
That was scary. I thought Steven did a good job, right? How about another round of applause for Steven? Okay, so we come from all walks of life and all different majors on campus, so I think a lot of people aren't used to having to perform. But I like to use this class as a way to throw people into the audience, because we've gotten through life this far. We're in college, we all know how to do public speaking and performance. So that's a fun part, that we all get to know everybody in this class. So the next piece we're going to play is a song entitled Korekara, and we're only going to have a few members of the class play because they've actually studied this piece a couple quarters ago. Okay, so I think I only have about 3 or 4, and the rest of you can just relax for a little bit and think about the next piece. Okay, so Korekara is a song that was taught during the 2005 North American Taiko Conference in Little Tokyo in Los Angeles. So if you've been to downtown LA, amazingly enough, Southern California is home to the most taiko groups outside of Japan. And I think in our last census, we have about 50 taiko groups that are just in Southern California alone. And Senryu Taiko on campus is one of those groups counted. That's the campus organization. So we have a good mixture of our students from the club and the class, and they're going to play Korekara, which is an open source piece. If you want to learn this, you're free to learn it and interpret it the way that you want to. So we're going to give a hand to Nieves, Sapeli, and Maria, who are going to perform Korekara. Hello? You can be just like him if you take our class. Okay. All right, so let's give a round of applause for Korikara. This is an open source song, so if any of you want to learn it, you're free to learn it. There is a score online, and you can take our class, and we'll teach you as well. So our next piece of programming, we're going to talk to you about these little like vocal cues that you might be hearing us like saying to each other. You're hearing like hups and what is all the stuff that we're saying while we're performing. So John and Tiffany, and who else do I have helping us? Brandon and Yoon, come on down. Okay, I will hand this over to you.
All right, hello. Are you guys nervous? Because I'm pretty nervous. All right, let's do this. Okay, so in taiko, we have certain call-outs that help us, because during the song, sometimes it's hard to keep track of how many beats are on, so we have certain call-outs that let us know when we're transitioning to the next part of the song. One of them is sore, and that means we're about to transition to the next part of the song.
So other words that we can use when we're not playing a beat would be like hup or sup or sen. Like, Brandon, can you give us a demonstration?
Yeah. Hop!
As you can hear, it's not coming from your throat because that can give you serious laryngitis, and it should come from within, like your stomach area. Like, for example, Yoon.
Sore!
Okay. Now, as an audience, we're gonna try together to say hup, okay? 1, 2, 3, hup! I didn't hear it.
Come on.
Come on, one more time. 1, 2, 3, hup!
That's good.
Alright. This time, you guys are gonna say sit. So repeat after me. 1, 2, 3, sit. That's good. That's good. Good job.
Should we have a competition? Yes, Tiffany says yes. Okay, so we're gonna slice this audience right down the half. So that gray backpack right there, this side is gonna be Team Tiffany and Brandon, and the other side is gonna be Team John and Yoon. Okay, so we're gonna do this without a microphone just to hear who's gonna do it the loudest, okay?
Come on, team, let's go.
Okay, so yeah, rally your friends and your team. Okay, and this group over here is gonna help us. Okay, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna start on Tiffany and Brandon's side, and they're gonna say something and you're gonna repeat, and then Yoon and John, you're gonna say something and your team's gonna repeat it, and let's just see if we can get louder, and our friendly judges are gonna tell you who wins after a few rounds, okay? You don't need to, just, yeah. Okay, so take it away.
Hup! And then like, yes, repeat it. Like 1, 2, 3, hup!
Next side. Ooh. Okay, so now that we all know what's happening, okay, so let's try it again. Let's have one more from either side, okay, and give it your all. You can stand up if you need to. If you need to get into the zone, do it. All right, good luck.
Okay, we're gonna do the same one, okay? 1, 2, 3, hup! And you guys. 1, 2, 3, hup!
Okay. Alright, we gotta up that, guys.
We got it. Same thing. 1, 2, 3.
Sore!
1, 2, 3.
Sore!
Oh,
No, that's probably better.
I don't know. I feel like you have taiko players on your side. That is not fair. It's like, who, us? Okay, good job. I think we can't tell who won that, so let's just call it a tie. It's almost the end of the school year. We all like each other, right? Okay, so moving on to our program. Thank you so much for being as involved as you are. You are one of our best audiences so far that we've had in all these quarters of doing this performance. Okay, so now that we have a better idea of what the kakegoes are, like those are the vocal cues. So if you're feeling like you want to give our performers some encouragement, like just feel free to like yell out some things while they're playing if you're feeling it. You know, it's like, hup, you know, like cheer for your favorite performer. Okay, we have 2 more pieces that we're going to play, and our students have been practicing a piece called Matsuri Daiko, and in Japanese, Matsuri means festival, you know, and because it's almost summertime, we're approaching festival season, so if you go to a lot of like the obon dances and you do bonodori, like you'll hear many of these rhythms that we're about to play for you. So we split the class up into 2 teams, but we're not competing, you know, it's just because we don't have enough equipment, so that's why we split up into 2 groups. And so we have the first group, which is Sapeli's group. Yeah, he has a fan club. Yeah, keep that up. Wow! And Tiffany has a fan club too, that's amazing. Try to do them together into like 6 strokes, okay? All right, so the concept of Matsuri Daiko is we learn how to play songs together, but we're also practicing like improvisational skills, right? So what we did earlier with the Kuchi Shoga drill, you saw how, you know, Steven was just calling out random beats to Devin and she was playing, and that was purely improvised. So we're practicing solos within Matsuri Daiko, and I think you really want to watch for our soloists, you know, because you'll see when they're taking control of the song and they're going to play their pieces, and we have 4 soloists for this song, right? Yes. So they're in a line, and you're going to cheer for them if you like their solos, but we're going to cheer anyway, right? Okay, so we'll have this group perform Matsuri Daiko, and the next group will do the same as well. Good job. Okay, so on to ensemble, they're also going to be playing their version of Matsuri Daiko as well with the solos. So can I have Brandon's group? Will you come on down and let's present your Matsuri Daiko? How many soloists do we have for this? There's 3 soloists, okay? We're not gonna tell you who's doing it, so you gotta watch. Yeah. And this is the last piece that we're gonna do, so let's all get into it, okay? It's like the grand finale, no pressure. Okay. Well, that concludes our program for the spring quarter recital of Music 169. We're actually gonna line up again and take a bow. We really appreciate the energy from this audience, like best audience ever. Okay, give yourselves a round of applause. Okay? Look, this audience is so cool. You should take a bow with us too. Alrighty, so thank you so much, and you're gonna watch Brandon for the bow, okay? So, good job, Music 169 Spring Quarter. Yay. Thank you. And good luck on all of your finals, and have a good summer break, yeah? Okay, thank you.